Paul Bunyon State Forest, and I'm about to do the Lake Waboose Loop Trail. It's about 4 miles. We're just gonna kind of stop in whatever spot makes the most sense or looks the most promising for firewood or shelter. It's a little windy out here, so I want to maybe be tucked in somewhere where I can have some trees to block the wind and whatever. So we'll kind of see what we find for a camping spot. But here I'll kind of quick show you what gear I'm using. So I just got some new snowshoes. I'm thinking that I'm definitely going to need those, but we'll see how far we can get with just some extra traction. So I'll keep the snowshoes strapped to my pack for now, but I will probably have to bust them out. All right, leaving the car. Getting a little bit later start than I would have liked to, but I made it, and I got, I think, plenty of time to hike in and find a camping spot and get set up before dark, so hopefully that's the case. But we got a little hike in. I tried to drive on this road and it's just a little too sketchy, especially further ahead there. All right, so this is Lake Waboose. This is a public boat ramp, and there's a little picnic area right here, and then here is the trailhead for the loop trail here on the lake. So we're gonna go in here, and might have to put on the snowshoes. I might just see how far I can get without them, but it is not open to any snowmobiles or anything like that, so it's just gonna be whatever foot traffic has stomped it down. So could be really deep, not really sure, so let's hop on the trail and see how it looks. It's a little warmer than I thought it would be, which is, I guess, a welcome surprise, but I did pack all of my really cold weather gear, so I may just not end up having to use some of it, which is fine. I'd rather have it and not need it. Alright, so the snow is getting pretty deep, so I'm gonna go ahead and swap out my micro spikes for the snowshoes. It's just getting a little too deep, so this will be the first time I'm using them, so this is pretty exciting. I hope they perform well. Okay, snowshoes are working really good. It's really deep. The lake looks gorgeous. The sun is getting low, so I think I'm actually going to set up camp somewhere over there. The wind is coming from this direction and coming across the lake, so I think if I duck back in this little inlet here, the wind will hit those trees and act as a little wind block for me. Hopefully I can nestle in somewhere over there. So let's get over there and see what we can set up for a camp. All the scenery makes the drive totally worth it. It's only about a 2-hour drive from Fargo. To get here, you have to take a lot of smaller, I don't know what you call them, I guess county roads and minimal maintenance state forest roads. Definitely need a 4-wheel drive vehicle to get into that last stretch, the inner forest road. So keep that in mind if you come out here in the winter. you will get stuck in anything but a four-wheel drive. Alright, so this will be the campsite. I'm kind of busy stomping out the area so that I can take these things off and not sink into the snow. But next order of business is to hang the hammock. I'm going from this tree to, I believe, that one. So that should be a good setup. And then maybe have a fire right about there. So I'll have to start also collecting firewood. It looks like there's plenty of stuff around here, so I should be able to make a nice big fire. So I'll give you a little update in a little bit. So I wanted to show more of the setting up process, but I had a couple hiccups getting set up. First thing I screwed up was I forgot my hammock tree straps. So I'm actually just using paracord. But I laid in it and it seems to be holding. So I think I'm gonna get away with it this time. The fire was really difficult this time because I did not bring a fire starter. I forgot. So it took a few tries. I had to make some shavings. I thought those would go up pretty quick. They did not. So I had some hand sanitizer in my bag. So I made some wood chips or wood shavings off of a log, medium-sized log, and then I doused them in hand sanitizer and they went up. So mission accomplished there. So I've got a good base of coals. So got these, there's a medium-sized tree over there that fell, and I'm in the process of cutting that up. So I'm gonna go grab the rest of that tree and get this thing going, and then I suppose it'll be time to eat and maybe make some hot cocoa. So I'll check back in a second. So I've got pretty much everything set up. The only thing I have left to do is to stake down my tarp on my hammock. So I have to find some sticks and bury them in the snow. Right now I'm boiling water for dinner. Got that going on the fire. I think I can hear it starting to boil. So about to eat, but I'm just enjoying a cigar right now. And then make another hot cocoa, and I've been putting kind of like a rum shata creamer in my hot cocos, and that's pretty good. So I'm just enjoying my chili mac dinner by the fire before I crawl in bed. I've got a huge helping of chili mac, and then I've got buffalo chicken in there as well. Just I have found that my chili mac is kind of bland, so I also dehydrate buffalo chicken, and a lot of times I'll just add that to meals to spice them up, and adds a little protein. So that's what's going on in here. So I'm gonna be up at least until all those logs are done burning. I don't really feel like collecting more firewood, so that's whatever's left I'm gonna let burn out, and then that'll be the end of it for tonight. So I'll probably pick it back up in the morning when I'm climbing out of the hammock for coffee and breakfast. So see you guys tomorrow. So I'm just packing up. I decided I think I'm gonna skip breakfast and just get going. It's starting to snow here, so I don't really feel like firing up the stove and sitting and waiting for my oatmeal to get done. I just want to kind of hit the road, so I'm gonna finish packing up and then I'm gonna head to the car and then maybe get some food on the way back home. Alright, so I just wanted to give an update on the paracord tree straps. So they held up all night, but the paracord did stretch and kind of loosen up a little bit, and so I ended up sagging pretty low, but I never hit the ground, which is good. But yeah, that was an interesting little challenge to deal with, but they held up. So now I know in a pinch paracord will hold you up. I was pretty sure it would because it's rated, I think, for like 500 pounds or something like that. So yeah, that worked out great. Alright, so I'm all packed up and I'm just gonna scatter these logs so that no one will know that I camped here, leave no trace, and I'm gonna throw on my snowshoes and get out of here. I'm actually going to come back out the way that I came in. I'm not gonna complete the loop because I'm just ready to get home. So I'm gonna clean up here and then throw on my snowshoes and get out of here. All right, grab my poles and I'm gonna head out. All right, another successful trip. Got to test out my snowshoes and my 0 degree underquilt, which I forgot to show you, but maybe I'll show it in the next video. But all right, we're ready to go. Boy, I think I'm almost to the boat ramp where I started the loop. I think I did not drink enough water. I'm feeling a little dehydrated, but I didn't fill up my MSR fuel bottle before I took off, so there was probably enough fuel to do all my meals and everything, but I decided to do all my snow melting on the fire, which works, but you get a lot of junk in the water and it tastes like ash, and so it's not the most appetizing thing to drink. I should have just done it, all the snow melting on the stove. Yeah, maybe would have drank more water, but I'm almost out. So I do have 1 liter of water. It's pretty rough to drink, but oh, here's that bench. Yeah, we're almost there. All right. So this is the beginning of the loop. at the public water access boat ramp for Lake Waboose. So now I've got probably another half-mile hike up this road to where I parked my car. It was way too deep to get out here, so I just parked over there and hiked in. So almost done, just a little bit more of a hike to the car. Oh, there's the car. We made it. Ooh, that was tough. That was tougher than I thought it would be. I kind of forgot how far in I went. I'd have to look and try to see how far it is from the trailhead to my campsite, but it's probably at least 2 miles. So yeah, that was a tough hike out. All right, let's hit the road and get some food.